both Caitlin Clark with Connor and Alan Zucker at Lucas Oil Stadium. Now, Alan Zucker, I believe that is the guy that we got to keep in mind. The one comment said, this college Caitlin. Now, Caitlin Clark did lose a lot of muscle, man. To me, Caitlin Clark had to go back to who she was pre-Indy.
Weight loss isn't the real headline here. That photo from the Indiana versus Ohio State game on November 23rd tells a completely different story. Look closely at Caitlin Clark standing beside Alan Zucker inside Lucas Oil Stadium. What you're seeing isn't some random courtside interaction. It's one of the most significant career moves in WNBA history. And somehow, almost nobody is talking about it, because Alan Zucker isn't just an agent. He's the agent. The force behind Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Archie Manning, and yes, Taylor Swift. And now, he represents Caitlin Clark.
And I think she should definitely, you know what I'm saying, maybe reach out to him if she have not already. This comment stated, it looked like Caitlin Clark has a new agent. That's how I read this picture. Now, somebody else, then it goes on to say she lost a very lot of weight. So I believe this Alan Zucker guy, right? One of these guys, let me see here. I think this picture might have...
Let that sink in. Caitlin Clark just split from her longtime agent and signed with one of the most influential dealmakers in all of sports and entertainment. This isn't a lateral move. It's a full-scale strategic reboot. And the timing makes everything crystal clear. Her massive Nike deal, the 8-year, $28 million contract announced in December 2024, was negotiated under her previous representation. Big number, right? Until you realize how badly she was underpaid. The highest viewed player in women's basketball history, signed for less than what her market demanded.
A couple months ago, let me see here, Goldman Sachs. Pull this up, Goldman Sachs Sports. Let's pull this up. Yeah, so we all remember this, right? So this right here, Goldman Sachs acquires majority stake in Excel Sports Management. Now, Goldman Sachs was already reaching out to Caitlin Clark and already doing business with her. You know, I believe she had a sponsorship with them, if I'm not mistaken, her rookie year. That's just Goldman Sachs, the company. And I believe that could be a big reason why they decided to purchase the company.
Here's the real kicker. In 2023, Goldman Sachs bought a majority stake in Excel Sports Management, Zucker's agency, for nearly $1 billion. Excel already had connections to Caitlin Clark during her rookie season. They also represent Under Armour. That's why Steph Curry pushed so hard for Caitlin to join UA. He wasn't just being nice. He had a direct agency pipeline to make the deal happen. Instead, Clark signed with Nike under her old agent, and left tens of millions on the table. Now she's with Alan Zucker. Now she's with Excel. And everything is about to change.
That's why Steph Curry was so mad. See, y'all, all of this is starting to make sense now. See, Under Armour was represented by Excel. So they had a direct line to get Caitlin Clark. Under Armour did. I can't lie, man. I ain't rocking on Under Armour shoes. And Caitlin Clark probably signed with Nike because she liked to wear Nikes, bro. Like, who actually liked to...
Look at Zucker's client list. Trevor Lawrence just secured a 5-year, $275 million extension with Jacksonville. Peyton Manning became one of the highest-earning endorsers in sports history through Zucker's negotiations. These aren't just contracts, they're empires. Caitlin Clark just stepped into that world, but here's the part everyone missed.
This picture with here, this is Alan Zucker. That's him in the far left there, right? And he's chilling there with Caitlin Clark, Connor. I don't know who this gentleman is, but let's read about this Alan Zucker. So Alan Zucker is a partner at Excel Sports Management. Who do he represent? The Mannings. It looked like he definitely represent the Mannings. Oh, so he represents both Mannings. Agent for Mannings, Taylor Swift. Bro, so he got Taylor Swift too. Wow, Alan Zucker clients. If So
the physical transformation matters too. Between the end of the WNBA season in October and that November photo, Caitlin Clark shed noticeable muscle mass. She's going back to her Iowa frame, the version of herself that shattered NCAA records and became appointment viewing television. That shift is intentional. When she bulked up for the WNBA, her game changed. Her deep-range consistency dipped. Even Steph Curry publicly noted she needed mechanical adjustments. Now, she's recalibrating. And Zucker understands the truth. The Caitlin Clark America fell in love with is the Iowa version, and that's the version that sells.
If this site right here is legit, what is this right here? Y'all look. Investigating clients, Alan Zucker. Trevor Lawrence, football. Clayton Kershaw, baseball. Caitlin Clark, basketball. Whoa. Whoa. Hold up. This probably is for real. This probably is for real, y'all. Let me fact check this before I yay or nay this. That's him on the far left. But this site right here is saying that she signed with him. She's with him now. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She definitely Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, Arch Manning, Trevor Lawrence, just Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, she has a new agent.
Excel Sports Management isn't a typical agency. They build ecosystems. With Zucker in her corner, Caitlin isn't just negotiating better shoe deals, she's entering new markets, tech, media, entertainment, equity partnerships. Look at Taylor Swift. Zucker's work with her wasn't about album deals, it was about building the most profitable touring empire in modern history. Caitlin Clark just stepped into that level of brand strategy, and the timing couldn't be more perfect. Her Nike contract runs through 2032, but it contains performance triggers and renegotiation windows. With Zucker leading the next round of talks, expect something completely different: equity components, revenue sharing, media integration, real value. Because right now, Caitlin Clark is drastically underpaid for her impact. She drew more viewers to women's basketball than anyone in history. The Fever went from 4,670 fans per home game in 2023 to 17,000 after she arrived. Yet her endorsement earnings don't reflect the scale of her influence. Zucker is here to fix that.
Because Erin Kane fucked up the Nike deal. She completely slaughtered her Nike deal, bro. Wow. For the longest time, I thought that Caitlin Clark was her uncle. Nope, an agent. He's her agent. She fired Erin Kane. Sending her with one of the partners of Excel provides cues to Caitlin Clark. It's moving exactly what. Yeah, guys. I'm expecting big change from Caitlin Clark 2026, bro. Cause she just.
Excel's client roster proves it. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jason Tatum, Trae Young, Draymond Green. These aren't just athletes, they're global brands. Excel specializes in building long-term equity, not quick checks. Peyton Manning made more money after retirement because Zucker built a business architecture around him.
First time y'all hearing about this, I'm telling you, people gonna have to shout your boy John Liquidator out, because I just exposed it all. So this is the first time y'all hearing about this. This is major news. And until next time, shake the hay.
That blueprint is now being designed for Caitlin Clark. At age 22, the timing matters even more when you look ahead. The WNBA's collective bargaining agreement expires in 2027. Salaries are about to jump. Bringing Alan Zucker into those negotiations is like bringing a nuclear weapon to a knife fight. He's handled multiple CBAs across sports. He understands leverage, and Caitlin Clark is the biggest leverage point the WNBA has ever seen. She generated more revenue in one season than some franchises generate in 5 years. Zucker knows exactly how to weaponize that data, yet the media missed all of this. Instead of talking about the agent switch, they talked about her weight, her appearance, the viral photo. What they ignored was standing right next to her, the architect of billion-dollar brands. That if LeBron James changed agents, it would dominate sports media for a week. When Caitlin Clark does it, silence. That's exactly why she needed the switch. Women's basketball has always been undervalued, undercovered, and undernegotiated. Caitlin Clark isn't playing that game anymore. Watch what happens next, because the next 12 months will rewrite her entire business profile. And it won't just be more endorsements. It will be different types of endorsements, equity stakes, tech integrations, production deals, cross-sport partnerships. Think Peyton Manning's empire, but built for the modern era, and at the center of all this? The Iowa version of Caitlin Clark, the one people connected to emotionally. The one who broke Maravich's record, electrified college basketball, and dominated national conversation. Now she has representation that knows exactly how to monetize that version. So the real question is this: did Caitlin Clark make the right move firing her old agent? Was that Nike deal truly undervalued, or was she playing the long game for a bigger renegotiation? And most importantly, what do you think Alan Zucker will secure for her next? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if this is the first time you're hearing this story, hit subscribe. We'll be tracking every major move Caitlin Clark makes under her new representation.